Remedy ticketing software. History of Remedy ticketing software. BMC Remedy Action Request System, ARS, is a proprietary application server developed initially by Remedy Corp and acquired by BMC Software in 2002. It is best known as being part of the BMC Remedy Management Suite, a set of applications that runs over ARS. Remedy Corporation was founded in 1990 by Rory Garlick, who was the CEO until 2001, and Dave Muller and Doug Mueller. The company went public in 1995 and in 1996 was named by Businessweek as the #1 top hot growth company in America. Competitor Peregrine Systems purchased the company for $1.2 billion in cash and stock in 2001. On September 22, 2002, Peregrine and its wholly owned subsidiary, Peregrine Remedy, Incorporated, filed for voluntary protection under Chapter 11 of the United States Bankruptcy Code. 2 months after accounting irregularities forced Peregrine Systems into bankruptcy, it sold the Remedy business unit to BMC Software. Remedy was then known as Remedy, a BMC Software company until 2004, when it became known as the Service Management Business Unit. This is the example of how to use Remedy ticketing software.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put a help ticket into Remedy. So our Remedy site is remedy, remedy.sandy.net/remedy. Okay, you have to have the /remedy on there. And you're going to come to the login screen. Now this login screen can be a little bit glitchy, okay? But it's your AD password, so it's the same password you use for your email. Okay, so we go ahead and log in, and you should see the Requester Console link. We're going to go ahead and click on that. Okay, so now we're going to click on New Request. On the left-hand side, New Request. And we're going to go ahead down to logo. So if it's a regular student laptop, we'd select logo. If it was a loaner, we would select I-21 Classroom. So that's the so logo for the X21Es, the Lenovo X21Es. Okay, remember, don't type into the summary. You need to actually select it from this list, or it won't get routed correctly in the system. Okay, next we click on this little 3-dotted button to open up our window. So once again, don't type directly into the box. Click on the 3 dots. Okay, now we always reboot the laptop. It's the first thing that we do in tech support, so you can answer yes to this. The model type in SN, so we're going to call it Lenovo Laptop X21E. Okay, so we can give the model name. Okay, now we're going to give the SN number. So this is on the back of the computer. It's on the sticker on the upper right hand corner. It's right next to the letters S/N. So in this case, most of them start with the same, in fact all of them start with the same 4 or 5 characters. Okay, so the last 3 are the ones that are unique. So in this case the unique part is T97. Next thing we're going to do is add a piece of data. So we have to put in the C tag. So we're going to add C tag, and that is the San Diego Unified District barcode on the back of the computer, and it starts C000, and then it's 310. In this case, the unique part is the 623. Okay, the room is always going to be library. And then the detail of the issue is the important parts. They need to know what is happening with the computer, and this should be on the front of the computer. Okay, so in this case, the internet is not working, so we're going to put down laptop cannot connect to the internet. Okay, so the laptop cannot connect to the internet, so that's going to be a problem. Now, if it was a 3G problem, we would have to, and 3G is the only case where we have to enter this additional information. So if it's a cracked screen, if it's some hardware problem, we just put the detail of the issue, cracked screen, cracked case. If the case is cracked, they want to know whether it's the top of the case or bottom, so you want to put the location like cracked next to VGA port, or cracked on the top of the case, or cracked next to screen, or something like that. In the case of a 3G issue, it's the only time when you need to add this extra information. So there's a sticker on the back of the computer. If and only if it's a 3G problem, you need to add the MEID. Okay, it's a very long number. So the X's here represent the very long number. And the IMEI, the X's here represent a very long number. Okay, so only for 3G issues do you need to do that. So in this case, it's just an internet problem. So it's the Ethernet or the wireless card or software that connects one of those. So we don't need to add either of those numbers. So this is the completed help ticket. Now we know that we're probably going to be doing more than one of these at a time. So if I go ahead and highlight it and copy it now, it can save me a lot of time putting the next one in. So I go ahead and click OK. And then I click Save. And I should get this notice. So help desk has been notified of the assignment. I click OK. I get another one. Help desk. The case number has been submitted to help desk. Make sure to note this case ID for future reference. Click OK. And we go back to our main screen. Now, the problem here is that in this listing, so if you look at this list I'm highlighting, the ticket that you just created won't appear in this list. So we have to click refresh. And then we're going to go ahead and we'll see that this list has been refreshed, and now we can access the help ticket that we just made. So it's going to be the top one right here. So now we have to print out the help ticket in order to put it in the computer and into the cart waiting for the tech to come and fix it. That's how the tech's going to find the computer once it's in our cart. So we click into notice that I went ahead and clicked the help ticket number here. So I had clicked refresh, I clicked the help ticket number. And this brings us back into the help ticket. Okay, notice that this is the text that I typed in here. I don't need to do anything on the screen. The only thing I'm doing here is going down to the bottom, right next to save, I'm going to click print case. When I click print case, it's going to open up two windows. Now notice the difference between these two windows. One has the case ID on it, and one does not. Okay, what we need to do is you need to close the front window and actually print the second window that has the case ID. So we go ahead and I did Control P to bring up the print dialog. So I hold down the Control button, press P to bring up the print dialog, click OK to send it to the printer. Okay, there is a quick key combination that you can quickly close these windows. So it's actually Alt spacebar to open and then C to close, or you can just go ahead and click the X at the top. So I'm going to go ahead and hold down Alt, press the spacebar, press C, and it closes that right out. Oops. I accidentally zoomed in. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and click the close button, and that will bring us back out to the main screen. We're ready to do the next help ticket. Okay, we want to go ahead and get the paper version, the paper that I just printed out of the printer. Take all the papers that were here originally. So take the sticky note, take the form out of the computer, and we're actually going to insert the paper that we just printed into the computer and put it into the cart waiting for the tech. When you put the paper in the computer, you're going to want to have the help ticket number sticking out of the computer and visible. Okay, good luck.
Thank you for watching.